Today, we are dealing with the other Cabernet. We are talking about Cabernet Franc, and specifically from the Loire Valley. Now, this is Cabernet Franc's home, and one of the things I love about Cabernet Franc so much is how elegant it is. And these are also so age-worthy, really affordable. But yet, for some reason, Cabernet Franc is kind of the Rodney Dangerfield of grapes. But we're going to change that because these wines are so beautiful and they really respond to the terroir. Today, we have 6 wines from the 3 premier regions in the Loire Valley. We have 2 from Chinon, 2 from Baudry, 2 from Saumur Champagny. And I cannot wait to get right into this. Now, our first wine is Charles Joguet Les Petits Roches. Joguet is one of the classic Chinon producers. Now, this is more their entry-level wine. They make some single vineyard wines that are just absolutely beautiful. And they have vineyards all over Chinon. Now, Chinon is just south of the Loire River and has all these different basins, wide range of terroir. So Charles Joguet plays with a lot of them and shows so much elegance. It's really pretty. It's light. There's this nice blueberry, red cherry, sort of crushed red berry. It's fragrant. There's some rose petals and a bit of herbal notes. Quite elegant, and showing that it could probably use some depth. But again, this is more their entry level wine. This is meant for immediate drinking, and it's really delivering. Very friendly, and I'm going to give this a taste. That's a really nice, easy, friendly wine. It's not meant to be anything too serious. I'd say it's more of a bistro wine, if you will. But it's a great introduction to Cab Franc. It's a great introduction to Chinon and Charles Joguet as well. And it shows off that sort of headiness, perfume, and elegance with nice medium body and nice medium tannins and nice medium acidity. Really, medium, medium, medium. You can't go wrong. Our second one from Chinon is a producer we've had on the channel before. Well, not in person, but we've had their wines before. We had the Granges, of which I'm going to be sure to link it. But this is their Clos Guillot. So this is a little higher end, and it's the 2021. Bernard Baudry is probably one of my favorite producers. They just make some beautiful terroir-driven wines that show off just that nice bit of rusticity, elegance, and with a little, with a little oomph to them. One of the great things about Chinon is that it's a mild climate, and it gets a lot of sunlight. So these wines can get riper or ripened, even at their very northerly latitudes, but they still retain this elegance. And Chinon itself has 3 different soil types, of which I'm going to list them right here. But Bernard Baudry, fantastic producer and one I love. I cannot wait to try this. Oh, yes. There's this lovely, like, sort of menthol hug going on it. Uh, Herbs, a little earthiness, that pyrazine, like a little bit of bell pepper, but not like bad bell pepper. It's a little capsaicin. There's this like sort of chalky minerality to it, and these nice, lovely red cherries that I am just enjoying every bit, along with these sort of like heady perfumes and heady sort of floral notes. They're just sort of letting it all come together and let you know that this is a very complete wine already, even at its young age. And we are going to taste this right now. Wow. Wow. I'm telling you, there's just something about Bernard Baudry that always does it for me. And this is absolutely fantastic stuff. This is just so beautiful. And one of the things I really love about these wines is that really at the top end, you're paying like $60, right? And these can age effortlessly, so effortlessly across all price points. If you are looking to sell a wine and you're on a bit of a budget, you should go right to Chinon, or really just right to the Loire Valley with their Cab Franc. These wines are so pretty, elegant, but with that stature you would expect with something with the name of Cabernet in it. It's not going to be, these are not as heavy as Cabernet Sauvignon, and I love that in them. And they're fantastic. This is fantastic. Just go out, look for this right now. Beautiful, beautiful wine. We are now moving a little westward into Bourgues in the central Loire Valley of Touraine. And there are actually 2 towns, Saint Nicolas Bourgues and then Bourgues. And they really are only separated for probably political reasons many years ago. But we're going to be starting off with one of the classics, Catherine et Pierre Breton, the Clos Saint Charles. These are wines that can sometimes be a little austere, a little blocky, a little chunky in their youth. But when you let them age, their character really shows. So there's that austerity really playing through, but I'm really enjoying this. More favoring purple and base notes. if you will. More raspberry, dark red cherry, violet's earthy, like a bit of tobacco leaf. This is something where if you are a fan of like old school Bordeaux, um, this is totally going to be up your alley. It's got that savory quality that I personally love, and I cannot wait to get right into this. That austerity of Bordeaux is really coming through on the palate. My mouth is still a bit dry. The acidity, it, it's refreshing but tart. The tans are a little chalky and taut, so it's kind of like drying my mouth out a bit. As this favors a little more of the base, uh, that dark red cherry, the raspberries really coming through. This is really young and something I would love to try in about 5 to 8 years. I think it could really develop beautifully. Right now, it's young, but it's also we're going from Chinon to Porgy, so yeah, I would expect something a little more stiff on it. It's showing well, and it's one that I do think will age really, really well when it gets that chance. Our next wine is one of those sort of if you know, you know type producers. This is Domaine de la Butte, like oh de la Butte, but really better known for as Jackie Bloat. This is a producer that aficionados really love, flock to, and they kind of keep it hush hush. So please don't let other people know. You know, if you're watching this, don't let too many people know. But no, this was a producer I really wanted to show off, and this is a producer I love, and we're going to get right into this. Wow, that's a clear step up from the Breton. It still has that sort of muscular side to it, a little bit that austerity, but there's something really here, something with more depth and layering. This really perfume, sort of savory violets, like purple haze type thing, dark red cherries, raspberries, a touch of cranberry, crushed rocks, berries. This is so complex, really beautiful, really just already at its youthful age, showing a lot, but also showing you that this has a long way to go, and I cannot wait to taste this one. That's a banger. That's an absolute banger. Holy cow. It fills the mouth. It is so young, though. The tannins are, they're not like grippy ripping. I mean, this isn't like some young Bordeaux, but holy cow, like they're letting you know that they got some presence, right? But there's so much poise and balance across the palate. The finish is long. That's a classy wine. This is one you could really build your cellar around, have it as a centerpiece. This is fantastic stuff. I cannot recommend this highly enough. Super, super impressed. And for our final two wines, we're moving to the westernmost area, for Cabernet Franc at least, in the Loire Valley. This is some more Champagny. Now, this is located in Anjou, but most specifically, this is arguably the elite area for Cab Franc. This is an area that sees some of their top producers, and I'm bringing you two wonderful ones that I really believe in. So we're going to be starting off with the Thierry Germain Roche Neuve Terre Chaude, some more Champagny. This is a wine that I love. I honestly just love Thierry Germain so much. There's a lot of personal connection with it, if you will. Like one of the first ones I had on a visit to Paris many, many years ago, and I've just fallen in love with them since. They're always wonderful, and I cannot wait to deliver this for you guys. More Champagny is a really special area for wine. It sits on a high plateau, but it gets protected by Mother Nature. So you have two rivers surrounding it, and then you also have forest blocking some of the wind. So it gets the sunlight, it gets that exposure, and it also has your classic clay and tufo limestone soils. So you get this wonderful mix from Mother Nature and geology that creates this amazing area for Cabernet Franc, and I am so looking forward to trying this. It's a little tight. I opened this earlier today. It was tight then, still tight now, a little more expressive, but there's this wonderful bit of celery root, herbs, dark red cherry, cranberries, sort of crushed rock mineral things. It's it's tight, but it's still expressive, and it's showing off its poise and its balance. And there's just this lovely like violet, perfume violet that's going on that I'm really really digging, and I am going to give this a try. Wow, definitely young, definitely young. Its hands are a little stern. Really lovely medium body though, really balanced. The acidity is really crisp and refreshing. Really lovely stuff. It's showing better on the palate than it is on the nose. But that said, this will so age. This is going to age like nobody's business because that tannin is showing there and the tightness. And this is one that I think can really, really blossom if you're just a little bit patient on it and let it do its thing. So our final wine on this little Cab Franc get together, if you will, is Chateau Yvon Saumur Champagny. Now, Chateau Yvon flies a bit under the radar with people, but I think that they really compete at the top level, uh, really outside of Clos Rougeard. But they're beautiful wines and they're super gettable, which isn't always the case with some of the top wines from this area. And we are going to get right into this. There's this lovely dark red fruit core with raspberries and these blueberries, crushed berries, a little bit of leather, like a cigar wrapper, earthy notes, and a lot of sort of heady violets and perfume, and like a bit of spice box, and just this lovely savory overall base that I am so digging, and I cannot wait to taste this. That's a great way to end this tasting. What I love about this is this just really confirms a lot of the things I love about this producer. That bill is so silky. That bill is so silky and just so poised. I normally would say refined, but that's not the way it's going. But there's this elegance and this layering, and as I'm speaking, the tans are starting to sneak up, and it's wonderful. Something that you really want to look out for, and something that can play well with like people who are into natural wines, but doesn't like purposely go into that sort of natty category. If you understand. Either way, it's really awesome. I hope this at least gives you guys a good sort of base to at least get into Cabernet Franc and the Loire Valley. These are fantastic wines, and they just get overlooked a lot. And let's just go out there and drink more of them and enjoy it all. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I absolutely hope you guys subscribe, hit that like button. Let me know. Are you guys Cab Franc fans? Put that down in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.